Robin. So I am a licensed esthetician, Reiki practitioner, and small business owner of Refreshed by Robin Organic Skincare Studio located here in Sarasota, Florida. So today I have 10 tips in regards to getting your first facial. So if you're about ready to get your first facial, what do you need to know? What are some questions you have? I'd be happy to hear so I can add to. But right now I'm just going to reference from my blog post that I made on 10 things to keep in mind when getting your first facial. So 1, conversation. So I'm sure you're wondering, do I talk during my facial? You know, is it okay if I just lay there? So there really is no right or wrong here. Some people love to talk, other people don't talk at all. Some people kind of talk in the beginning and then they drift off. So there really is no right or wrong, but a good rule of thumb for me or us as the therapist is that we will always, or at least any good therapist, should really follow your lead as the client. So in regards to talking. So if you are conversating and you want to talk, then we will definitely talk to you. If you have questions, ask your questions, like we want to help. If you don't want to talk and you're one of those people like myself and you go and when you get a massage or a service and you just want to sit there and you want to relax and just enjoy every moment and you don't want to say a word, then don't. And we won't interrupt your silence, and it can be different every time as well. So if you want to talk one time and another day you're tired, then no excuse necessary. Just do what you do and we will follow your lead. 2, makeup. Should I wash my face first? I get this question a lot, or sometimes you know, someone might come in and say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't have time to wash my face. And I'm like, no. Like, if you're coming from work and you have your makeup on, or for whatever reason, if you have makeup on, don't worry, because the first step of the facial is cleansing. So we are always going to cleanse, exfoliate. We're going to start with all of that. So we're going to remove your makeup, whether that's what you're expecting or not. We kind of have to. So, no, there's no need to wash your face before you come. On the other hand, if it is the morning and you have an appointment, then don't wash your face in the morning. You know, if you know that you're coming, because we're just going to wash it again. And if you're wearing makeup or you want to wear makeup, then by all means, basically come as you are and know that we are going to wash your face and remove your makeup as necessary. So there's no need to even worry about any kind of preparation in regards to that. 3, waxing and or prepping. Should I wax or do anything special to prep for my facial? This is kind of in alignment with number 2, but the answer is there is no reason to do anything out of the ordinary prior to your facial aside from booking it. So once you know you're getting a facial, there's no need to do anything to your face because you know you're getting a facial. In fact, the less you do, the better, really, because we do want to, you know, help. And once you get to your destination, the person that is doing the facial will hopefully allow you to feel comfortable enough in regards to what's taking place, what you're wanting to get out of your session. And so the less you've done to your skin prior in terms of like abrasive scrubs or exfoliants or waxing or anything like that, the better. So sometimes it can actually even contraindicate what we're about ready to do if you have done a lot of these more extreme or more intense type of things. 5, the lamp. Okay, so as an esthetician, we all have that bright lamp for analyzing the skin, extractions, and other reasons, right? Okay, so what if my skin looks bad? as an esthetician who sees other estheticians for facials and skincare services, I totally relate to the fear of being judged under that lamp, because that's what it boils down to, right? So during a facial, an esthetician will take a look at your skin under a bright light. Usually I will always cover your eyes for your own relaxation, so it's not going to like shine in your face or anything like that. But we do need to use it for certain things, and I understand a lot of people can actually be embarrassed. Like I just referenced, I actually feel embarrassed sometimes, if it makes you feel any better. And I just saw my friend who was an esthetician for a facial, and as soon as she went to pull that lamp out, I was like, please don't judge me. And we both just kind of laughed it off. And she said the same thing. She's like, oh my gosh, I feel the same way. Like I would be mortified if you saw my skin under that lamp with no makeup. But the truth of the matter is, we've seen it all. Hopefully, if you're seeing someone, you have maybe had that consultation or built some kind of rapport prior, so that you feel comfortable, whether it's, you've looked at their social media page, or for whatever reason you feel like you want to go to this person. So you have to really just kind of put it in their lap and just know that anything they're looking at under that lamp is to help, not hurt. And me personally, I am not going to judge or criticize anyone ever. I would never want anyone to feel badly about that. So it really isn't anything to worry about. It's more of a concern not to fix an underlying problem because you're embarrassed, than to just go in and let us look at your skin and help you. And then you can feel more confident, not only under the lamp, but in daylight, without makeup, and in all these other situations in your life. 6, communication. When do I speak up? Okay, so I know I personally have a verbal consultation with all new clients, and so we will discuss, what they want to get out of a service, what the service entails. This is when I'm able to make sure that we are on the same page. So in the beginning of any service, whether your provider offers this or not, maybe they just say hi, maybe they don't introduce themselves, maybe they don't ask you anything, maybe they just look at your form. Obviously, I would not exactly prefer that. It wouldn't make me feel the most welcomed and comfortable, but everyone is different, and they could still be really good at what they do, and you could really enjoy the service, and maybe they just don't realize how it seems. And that is another reason why I recommend that estheticians see other estheticians for services, which is a totally different topic. But if there are any estheticians watching this, that is something that we can always strive to get better at, I guess. But so when do you speak up? So obviously, hopefully we've established this rapport, but if that has not happened and no one has said anything to you, then I do say yes, definitely speak up about anything and everything. So in the beginning, definitely mention why you're there, even if it's on the form. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to check in and say, hey, I just wanted to make sure that you're going to do this. Even when I go get a massage, I noticed that a lot of massage therapists, for whatever reason, don't often include the face and the scalp. So I will say at the beginning, what I like, what I don't like. And I always say, can you please include, I want a full body massage, but can you please also include my face and my scalp? It's that simple. And no one takes offense to that. In fact, I think as a esthetician or anyone in this service-based industry, like, we would rather know than not know. So it can be anything. Obviously speak up about your goals, what you like, what you don't like, what you're looking to get out of it. And hopefully your therapist is going to ask you a little bit about that, so that you know that you guys are on the same page. But, if at any time during the facial you want to know what product they're using, maybe you really think it feels and smells wonderful and you're like, hey, what's that? Ask. If you need to use the restroom, that is a big one. Like, definitely say something. I know I personally allow plenty of time in between clients. It's one of the beauties of having a private practice. I don't want to rush, and I don't want you or my client or anyone else to rush. So if you have to use the bathroom, use it. And if that cuts into your service because you aren't at a private practice or you're with someone who runs a little tighter schedule, then you know what? Oh well. It's better than like suffering in silence. If extractions are painful, speak up. Definitely check in, or ideally I will check in with people, but I also think it goes both ways, and that you have to let us know, and that also goes with follow-up. So if you get any sort of follow-up asking about your appointment, I'm not saying to leave a bad review if you had this like awful experience, but you could reach out to the business and the person, and you can definitely be direct about any issues that happen during the service or after. But really what we can control is during the service. So that is your time to speak up. Even if it's, hey, can I have an extra pillow? Hey, I'm hot. Hey, I'm cold. Can you turn the steam down? Anything. Okay. I am referencing my blog here. So if anyone wants to look at it, it is refreshedbyrobin.com. All right, sleeping, number 7. Is it okay if I fall asleep? This one sounds silly, but a lot of clients actually apologize to me for starting to kind of let out a little snore here and there. You know what? It is the biggest compliment to, I want to say massage therapists as well, just because I am friends with quite a few massage therapists. But anyone who is in the service industry who is like aiming to give this really awesome service and treatment, and it's taking that time away like from your life where you can just get out and away and fully relax and enjoy what you're paying to get. It's one of the benefits of it. So I want it to be relaxing. Obviously, there are goals and benefits, of course, that you're going to get as well. It's not just relaxation, but ideally, I personally like receiving and giving a more relaxing service. And so if you fall asleep, yes, it is fine. Don't worry. If you snore, if you're deeply relaxed, you can hardly open your eyes or your mouth. Do not feel bad about this. We actually love to know that you're comfortable with us. All right, 8, expectations. This is a big one. So am I going to look 20 years younger? That is one of the like SD jokes. It's like that meme. I smoke, I drink, and I tan every day, and I want to look 20 years younger after one facial. And it's kind of funny, but it's a real thing, We all have our things and our problems. So like, I can see the humor in it, but at the same time, facials are a really great way to look and feel beautiful while also getting that TLC and relaxation, and really just kind of optimizing your skin health. That is really my goal. It's more of a skin and a wellness experience. It's just supposed to affect you on different levels. So it can be very, very beneficial, and you will hopefully see results. And the more you do it, the more you will, kind of reap those benefits. And the more we can work on things like my question, am I going to look 20 years younger? You will actually look and feel younger. Yes, we can definitely target a service towards that. But I do think that setting realistic expectations is a good idea. So you can't expect to go into a facial with all these problems. And even from my own personal experience. So if I go get a facial, I will tell them, this is my concern, this, and this. I have a lot of concerns though. So I'm not expecting anyone to wave a magic wand and just bam, I'm, my hyperpigmentation is gone, my skin is clear, all these things. But ideally, yes, the next day and, that through the day, my skin will start to look better and improved, and I will notice a big difference. When I compare, yes, you should notice a difference. And I've even been told that people have noticed a difference for up to a week or more after. The best thing to do here is to just gauge your expectations at the very beginning and to come up with a customized treatment plan if you really are working towards a goal like looking 20 years younger or getting rid of all of your acne. Any goals that you have for your skin health and overall well-being are relevant, and they should be brought up. I, as the therapist, would want to know this, and then we can work on it. And feel free to ask about what the best treatment plan would be and how often that would be. If you want an honest answer, I am very low pressure. I don't, there's no obligation. It's just, this is what we can do today, and this is what we can do moving forward. So that's kind of what we will and can establish. Also, results differ for every person. So you kind of have to keep an open mind, and if you don't like it, move on. There are plenty of estheticians, and you can always, find someone that gives you the results you're looking for. And if you want immediate results and you're not getting it from one person, maybe try someone else, see if you've noticed a difference. Or if you were happy with the results, they maybe weren't as dramatic as you thought though, maybe just try some consistency with it and see if that helps as well. Because the other part of it is if you're coming in for your first facial and you have these very high expectations, that's great and that's fine. But we also have to remember that, the problems or issues that we were working on, may have taken a long time to develop. So it is something that we do need to maintain, just like oil changes for the car, doctor's visits, things like that. And a normal facial is every 4 weeks. So to maintain, optimal skin health and vibrancy and to get those results, it would be about every 4 weeks. But depending on the treatment and the provider and your specific needs and goals, I would definitely, ask what the recommended treatment plan is, and also be honest about what you can and can't do so that you can find the right balance there so that you are meeting your expectations, but also in a way that is manageable. Okay, 9 is acne breakouts. Will a facial break me out? So this, it's such a hard question, and there's a lot of different answers to this question, even though it's so simple. I guess my answer is ideally no. I do not believe a facial should create a breakout or make acne worse. So I know that with my clients who have come in with concerns with acne and blemishes, I've never had anything but good things happen the next day. But the key word there is ideally. So in most cases, the goal, if you are inflamed and breaking out, is that we would calm the skin and we would help clear any breakouts. But some facials and some things can, depending on your skin, you'll have to learn in time how it reacts. Some people always get like a breakout or two after a facial. That's just normal for them, and they've come to learn that. Usually I tell people, that, so no, it shouldn't, but don't be alarmed if it does. And if it does, if anything, like something I do sometimes is high frequency. So it uses either argon or neon gas to like kill bacteria or help with anti-aging, depending on which one you use. So if we're doing that to kill that bacteria and help with the acne and inflammation, like especially after extractions, it's a really nice way to just kind of clean everything out and make sure that hopefully no bacteria isn't able to re-enter. Sometimes when you'll try to pop something yourself, which we're all guilty of, I'm probably the worst when it comes to my own skin, but and then sometimes it'll kind of keep filling up. So high frequency can help with that. So sometimes though, we can't get everything. So if there is a very deep-rooted pimple, or maybe something we pushed on a little and maybe we extracted it, but maybe it wasn't done with its like the cycle of a pimple. So sometimes that, or excess stimulation, there's a lot of different things that can create a breakout. So ideally, no. At Refresh by Robin Organic Skincare Studio, I'm like 95% sure I can probably tell you more in person. And I'll usually give you a heads up. I might say something like, hey, this one here didn't quite come out, so this might surface tomorrow, because the high frequency is either going to kill the bacteria and get rid of it altogether and clear it up, or if it's not going to clear anyway, it's going to kind of help expedite that process, so it just like speeds it up, and then it'll be surfaced in a way where it should come out very naturally, in a very up and out way, and then it should be very clear by like day 2. So that's how I operate. That's my best answer to the question. But to be completely honest, yes, facials, because I am breakout prone, certain product lines break me out. There's so many things that go into what might break me out that sometimes it's hard for me to even tell. But I am a little more cautious, like who I go to when I am having a little more breakouts versus when my skin is looking clearer. So you definitely want to look into that a little bit. And if you are seeing someone for the first time, if you're watching this video, you probably are, then you might want to touch base ahead of time. And if that is a concern, then definitely mention that you are very concerned, like if you have a big event coming up or something very important that you're worried about, definitely bring that to the therapist's attention. Sometimes it's kind of inevitable, and sometimes to do our best work and clear the skin, it's going to have to come out anyway. So that's kind of what I'm trying to say about it. But yes, facials can break you out, but ideally, no, they really shouldn't, because that's, not really the goal. But everyone is different. So definitely ask, and just don't get maybe see someone a good month before the event, your, wedding or whatever you have going on. Don't try to get your first facial right before a big event. That is my best advice regarding that. And it kind of goes into number 10, which is downtime. So what does downtime mean, and can I resume normal activities? So in most cases, I will tell my clients that my services do not involve downtime. So as a holistic-based esthetician and more organic esthetician, I do not believe in harming the skin or doing anything that would result in downtime. So the services that are going to give downtime, or would be like your chemical peels, which I have a peel that does not involve downtime. So it's always good to check in with your provider and ask if you are concerned, will this service involve any downtime? So downtime is basically about, anywhere from a couple days to a week of maybe peeling, redness, flaking, anything that is going in to kind of impair our skin. So the chemicals that are going in a peel to that deep layer to cause that shedding, or micro needling where we're puncturing the skin in hopes that the skin regrows with collagen. At the end of the day, these are very, a little more intensive, abrasive methods to go about things. And if you do have something coming up, or you are worried about, walking around with your skin falling off, then you should ask. I actually used to get peels years ago, and I would peel for days. Like, I actually was working in a restaurant, my skin was peeling. It's pretty gross looking back on it. I even went to work one day with a peel on my face that the esthetician had left on, and I tried to cover it with makeup. So I had a peel layered with makeup, and then of course I had acne underneath all of it. So, the things we do, right? Luckily, to be honest, skincare has come a long way since then. And, that's why I love the organic side of things. I love the holistic route because we are able to work on the skin in such a fascinating way, like by working on these different layers and build this glow and reduce this puffiness, and we can actually lift and sculpt all without doing any damage. We can work on pigmentation, we can clear the skin. So everything I offer really is pretty safe, and there are a lot of ways to get to the same destination. And that's something that's just been on my mind a lot lately, because I we'll get questions about the newest fad or skincare treatment or trendy thing. I don't even know where they come from, because I'm not someone who Googles and YouTubes a whole lot. But yeah, I still stand by complimentary consultations, or consultations are very important. So making sure you are on the same page. You can usually tell by a person's website, but definitely do your research, read the reviews, look at their website, maybe their social media, and kind of make sure that you feel like you're on the same page. If you're not sure, most places do complimentary consultations, and, just go with your gut and give things a try. So good luck getting your first facial. If you would like to look at my page or my social media, you can find all of my information at Refreshed by Robin or Refreshed by Robin Organic Skincare Studio. I think my Instagram is Refreshed by Robin Organic Skincare, and then Facebook is Skincare Studio. So anyway, all right, well, thank you for listening. I keep trying to make shorter videos because I don't know how to go in and cut things yet, but this managed to be 30 minutes somehow. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. Good luck, and I am so excited that you are getting your first facial. All right, have a good day.